We're at Avalon on a beautiful spring day. We're joking, it's absolutely freezing. Mate, it's got to be a bit different after being in Ohio in the middle of the summer where it's 100 degrees and 100% humidity to come back here to this.
Yeah, definitely. A lot warmer over there. I don't mind as long as we get running today and just shake down the car and make sure it's ready to go for the 10th there. So yeah, it should be a good day.
Now, speaking of Ohio, you went over there, did a bit of the Speed Week and a few other races and another win, of course, over there. Well done, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we had a pretty good time over there. We were very good in the end. Probably a little bit slower at the start, but we really come together in the end and worked as a team, and we took a lot out of it. And yeah, it was a good trip.
It's not easy going over there, and this year, of course, some of the tracks you'd already done, but there was also a few new tracks, some of the bigger Pennsylvania tracks, and it takes a little while to get used to those things. I mean, those guys run there week after week after week.
Definitely, and that's exactly why, you know, it was so tough at the start, and everyone had to work together. Just everything's so different. The tracks are different. Just takes a while for everyone to adjust as well as me driving. So once we got all that stuff done, I think we only raced at the tracks that we did the year before. I think there was only 2 tracks that we raced. So during Speed Week and all that, it was just a different place every night, and some dead slick tracks, and it was good. You do learn a lot, take a lot out of it. You get, you know, every different track there was. We got rained out a few times, disappointing. So yeah, it was good.
That's the thing about the Ohio Speed Week, even though it runs every year after year after year, the tracks, there's a couple there that are there every year, but then there's a lot of tracks that come in and out each year, so there's different things. No matter how many times you go back there, there's different tracks each time.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good setup what they've got there. So many tracks, so close. You know, some nights you're only travelling 20 minutes up the road, which is, you know, unreal compared to what we're used to. And you can see why they can run so many nights in a row. It still takes a lot out of you and a lot out of the crew. So I think all our guys did a good job, and we sort of kept everything straight and just got a bit of a run on and worked out what we wanted to do, as in learning. So we had to really spend as much time on the track as we could, and I think we succeeded with that.
Yeah, we've had the privilege ourselves to do a couple of speed weeks, and you're right, even though there's a lot of tracks close together, it's still a big grind. But anyway, tell us about that win at Lernerville.
Yeah, that was a good night. We really started to get our car really going around there, and it's still a tough night. You know, up there at Lernerville, there's a lot of guys. It's much like Parramatta. They got a good club basis, and they got a lot of cars, and it's a tough. And it was a dead slick track, and it was one of those nights where everything just clicked, and we got the car going well, and everything just worked together, and we were able to win it.
Well, it's a famous racetrack, and you said it's a good club-based feel up there, but then there's guys like Ed Lynch Jr. who has won 100 features alone at Lernerville. He's won, I think, about 200 to 400 in his career, but he's won over 100 sprint car features at Lernerville alone, and these are the sort of guys that you beat that night. Yeah,
it shows how much, like, his run around there is unbelievable. He beat us there a couple of weeks before, and I felt like we were close. We ran third the other night, and he won. But he's a very good driver, and he's got a lot of knowledge for how, you know, he's obviously been doing it a long time. And I talked to him. He's actually a nice guy. So it was a privilege to beat him, and everyone else around there. There's a lot of other good cars around there too. So it was all good.
Well, it sounds like the guys are getting ready to get the car out for you to go and do a few hot laps and zing around and get the feel for it again. Quickly, favourite track from your trip this year?
You always like the ones you win at, I think, don't you? I'd say Lernerville, but saying that, through the Speed Week I went to like Eldora, and then I really did enjoy that, even though we probably didn't get the result. We just missed out on the qualifying to B, so didn't transfer to the A, but it was still so good to run there, and I would love to run there again, because it takes a lot out of you to turn up there and try and race there, and I think we learnt a lot. It's just a new challenge. You see them places, and they're just huge, and I want to go back there and race there, you know, a few nights in a row, and as well as some of the other bigger tracks up in Pennsylvania and that. I really did like that. In the end, we sort of started to get a run on, and it was good.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about, you got the chance to go race the famed Central Pennsylvania tracks and places like Williams Grove and Central Pennsylvania Speedway.
Yeah, Central PA, we went there, and we planned on racing a few more, and we actually got rained out, and which was disappointing, because a few we went there, they were really good tracks, but that's the way it was. But yeah, them places are huge, and everyone knows how hard Pennsylvania is to race at, so it's good.
Well, it was a great effort to take your own car, an Australian motor and all that sort of stuff, because we know that the PA teams have motors specifically just for Williams Grove and tracks like that. So to do what you did over there, get the win, as you did last year when you went there on your debut season, I mean, it's fantastic. Well done.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, and also I'd like to thank everyone that helped us out. Obviously Canada Neon Signs and Maxwell Race Ninjas, Craig Bennett, Trav, everyone that supported me, all the guys over there. I can't thank them enough, and hopefully we'll put something together next year and really go back, and I think we're getting there.
And quickly, the plan for the season here in Australia?
Definitely just get it rolling on the 10th, and then try and do as many races as we can, and just go by that. We're not trying to do World Series. We'll obviously turn up all the ones locally around here, and hopefully get some travelling in a little bit later in the year.
Well, as I said, well done in America, and looking forward to a good season here.
Very good. Thanks,